The Sea of Stars on Vaadhoo Island, a glowing ocean mystery. On the shores of Vaadhoo Island in the Maldives, the waves shimmer with an unearthly glow, as though the stars themselves have fallen from the heavens to dance upon the water. This breathtaking phenomenon, known as the Sea of Stars, has captivated travelers and dreamers alike, but its origins are steeped in both legend and science. For centuries, locals have whispered stories of spirits that inhabit the ocean, illuminating the water to guide lost sailors safely home. Some say the glowing waves mark the passage of ancient sea deities, blessing the island's shores, while others claim they're a warning from the spirits of the deep to respect the fragile balance of the marine world. These tales have become part of the island's cultural fabric, passed down through generations, fueling a sense of wonder among those who encounter this magical sight. But as mystical as it seems, the Sea of Stars has a scientific explanation that's just as fascinating. The phenomenon is caused by bioluminescent plankton, tiny single-celled organisms known as dinoflagellates. These microorganisms possess the incredible ability to emit light, a process triggered by movement in the water. When waves crash, or when you stir the water with your hand, the plankton react, creating a sparkling neon blue glow that can stretch across the shoreline. Bioluminescence is a survival mechanism. For these plankton, lighting up is a defense strategy. The glow deters predators by startling them or attracting larger predators that might eat the plankton's would-be attackers. It's nature's own version of a glowing alarm system. The science doesn't diminish the magic, though. What makes Vaadhoo Island's Sea of Stars particularly enchanting is the perfect combination of warm, shallow waters and abundant nutrients, creating an ideal environment for these glowing organisms to thrive. Though bioluminescence occurs in other parts of the world, the pristine beaches and tranquil atmosphere of the Maldives make Vaadhoo a prime destination to witness this natural wonder. Standing on the shore under a velvet black sky, with the stars above and below you, it's hard not to feel like you've stepped into a dream. Whether you're drawn by the legends or intrigued by the science, the Sea of Stars is a reminder of how mysterious and beautiful our planet can be, a place where magic and reality intertwine. Ireland's mystical path, the untold secrets of the Giant's Causeway. On the rugged northern coast of Northern Ireland, a series of interlocking basalt columns rises from the sea, forming a natural masterpiece known as the Giant's Causeway. This awe-inspiring site, with its nearly 40,000 hexagonal stone pillars, looks as though it was carefully sculpted by ancient hands. And perhaps it was, or so the legends suggest. In Irish folklore, the Giant's Causeway is said to be the handiwork of the giant Fionn McCumhail, pronounced Finn McCool. As the story goes, Fionn was challenged to a fight by the Scottish giant Benandener, who lived across the sea. Determined to confront his rival, Fionn built the causeway to reach Scotland. But when he saw the immense size of Benandener, Fionn realized he might have bitten off more than he could chew. In a moment of cleverness, Fionn's wife, Una, disguised him as a baby. When Benandener arrived and saw the enormous child, he panicked, thinking the child's father must be a giant among giants. Fearing for his life, Benandener fled back to Scotland, destroying the causeway behind him to prevent Fionn from following. To this day, similar basalt columns can be found on the Scottish Isle of Staffa, adding a hint of truth to the mythical tale. As enchanting as the legend is, the Giant's Causeway owes its existence to an extraordinary geological event rather than the quarrels of giants. Around 50 to 60 million years ago, during the Paleocene epoch, this region was a hotbed of volcanic activity. Molten basalt erupted through fissures in the Earth's crust, spreading across the landscape in vast, glowing rivers of lava. As the lava cooled rapidly, it contracted and cracked, forming a network of geometric shapes. The result was the stunning array of hexagonal columns we see today, though some have 4, 5, or even 8 sides. The process is similar to how drying mud forms polygonal cracks, but on a much grander scale. The symmetry and uniformity of the columns are a testament to the incredible forces of nature at work. The Giant's Causeway isn't just a geological marvel, it's a living testament to the interplay of myth and science. Its beauty has inspired countless artists, poets, and travelers who are drawn to its raw, otherworldly landscape. The sound of waves crashing against the stones, the salty breeze, and the towering cliffs create an atmosphere of both serenity and awe. Whether you're captivated by the tale of Fionn Mac-Cumhaill or fascinated by the volcanic origins of the site, the Giant's Causeway is a reminder of how our planet's history and humanity's imagination can blend seamlessly. It's a place where legends come to life and science becomes art, leaving all who visit with a sense of wonder. The subterranean secret of Cappadocia. Beneath the rolling hills and whimsical rock formations of Cappadocia, Turkey, lies a world shrouded in mystery and ancient tales. It is said that beneath this land of fairy chimneys and breathtaking valleys exists a labyrinth so vast it could house thousands of people. Locals whisper stories of subterranean cities built to protect against marauding invaders, of hidden passages that stretch endlessly, and of a civilization that preferred the embrace of the earth to the perils of the surface. Welcome to the enigma of Derinkuyu, the deepest and most extensive of Cappadocia's underground cities. Legend has it that these underground cities were carved by an ancient people fleeing supernatural threats. Some say they were constructed by the legendary Phrygians, guided by divine intervention to create a safe haven from wrathful gods. Others believe the caves were designed to shield humanity from a time of darkness, a period when the sun was said to disappear for weeks, leaving the earth cold and lifeless. These tales lend an air of mystique to a landscape already steeped in otherworldly beauty. Derinkuyu, in particular, is a marvel. Hidden beneath what seems like an ordinary town, this subterranean city plunges 18 stories deep, with room for up to 20,000 inhabitants. Visitors and researchers alike are stunned by its intricate design. Vast halls, air shafts, living quarters, kitchens, chapels, and even stables. How could ancient hands, equipped with little more than basic tools, carve such an intricate and expansive structure? And why? Science provides some answers. Archaeologists believe that the volcanic rock of Cappadocia, soft and malleable when first exposed, made it possible for early settlers to carve out these hidden cities. The Hittites, an ancient Anatolian people, are thought to have started this tradition as early as the 15th century BCE, seeking refuge from invaders. Over centuries, others expanded the underground cities, creating entire networks of tunnels that connected various towns and villages. Yet even with modern understanding, many questions remain unanswered. Why were these cities abandoned? What caused such a massive shift in their use? And could there still be hidden chambers, untouched and unexplored, waiting to reveal their secrets? Today, walking through the cool, dimly lit corridors of Derinkuyu feels like stepping back in time. The silence is profound, broken only by the occasional drip of water echoing through the ancient walls. It's easy to imagine the lives of those who sought safety here. Families huddled in stone rooms, their laughter and voices filling the subterranean void, while above, the dangers of the outside world raged on. Cappadocia's underground cities are more than an archaeological wonder. They are a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. They remind us of a time when survival meant looking to the earth for sanctuary, of a world where myth and reality intertwined beneath the surface. Even now, the depths of Cappadocia hold on to their secrets, inviting us to uncover their mysteries while leaving just enough unanswered to keep the imagination alive. Mirror of the gods, the mystical salt plains of Bolivia. Deep in the highlands of Bolivia lies a place that feels like it belongs to another world, Salar de Uyuni, the largest salt flat on Earth. This vast, glittering expanse has captivated the imagination of travelers for centuries, but its origins are steeped in myth and wonder. The indigenous Aymara people tell an ancient legend about the salt flat's creation. According to the story, Salar de Uyuni was once a fertile land where a giantess named Tunupa lived. Betrayed by her lover, Tunupa wept uncontrollably, her tears mixing with her breast milk and flowing into the surrounding land. Her sorrow created the glistening white plains that stretch endlessly to the horizon. Today, Tunupa is remembered as a towering volcanic figure overlooking the salt flats, a guardian of the land's mysteries. When the rains come, Salar de Uyuni undergoes a miraculous transformation. A thin sheet of water covers the salt crust, turning the entire expanse into a colossal mirror. Travelers speak of standing between two skies, their reflections blending into the heavens in an awe-inspiring display. The stillness, broken only by soft breezes, amplifies the otherworldly beauty. Some have called it the Mirror of the Gods, believing it serves as a celestial gateway to the divine. From a scientific perspective, Salar de Uyuni is a marvel born from the remnants of prehistoric lakes that once covered this region over 30,000 years ago. As the lakes dried up, they left behind thick layers of salt and minerals, creating a crust that stretches for over 10,000 square kilometers. Beneath this crust lies a treasure trove of lithium, essential for powering modern technologies like electric cars and smartphones. The salt flat is estimated to contain 7% of the world's known lithium reserves, cementing its importance not only as a natural wonder, but as a resource of global significance. Salar de Uyuni also serves as an essential tool for space exploration. Its perfectly flat surface is used to calibrate satellites, its reflectiveness providing accurate measurements for monitoring Earth's climate and geography. Standing on the salt flats, one can't help but feel the weight of its duality, a place of myth and legend, deeply rooted in Earth's history, yet tethered to humanity's future. Salar de Uyuni is more than just a natural phenomenon. It's a reflection of our past, a mirror for our present, and perhaps a key to understanding the vast mysteries of our planet. Lake Natron, the petrifying waters of Tanzania. In the heart of northern Tanzania lies a lake so surreal, so hauntingly beautiful, that it feels as if it belongs to another world. Its crimson waters shimmer under the African sun, surrounded by landscapes that look like they were painted by the hands of ancient gods. But Lake Natron holds a dark and chilling secret. It is known as the lake that turns creatures to stone. According to local legends, the lake is cursed, a place where the spirits of the departed find no rest. Tribes living near its shores whisper stories of birds that dared to touch its waters, only to be frozen in time, their forms hardened into statues. Some say it is the work of vengeful spirits who guard the lake, punishing anything that dares disturb their sanctuary. Others claim the lake is the earthly portal to the underworld, its surface a boundary between life and death. The truth, though no less fascinating, is grounded in science. Lake Natron owes its eerie reputation waters are extremely alkaline, with a pH as high as 10.5, thanks to the high levels of sodium carbonate and other minerals that flow into it from nearby volcanic springs. The lake's temperatures can soar up to 60 degrees Celsius, 140 degrees Fahrenheit, making it a hostile environment for most forms of life. When animals come into contact with the lake's waters, the minerals in it can coat their bodies, preserving them in a calcified state. This phenomenon explains the petrified birds and bats found along its shores, their lifelike forms perfectly preserved as if they were frozen in time. The crimson color of the water, meanwhile, is caused by salt-loving microorganisms that thrive in the lake's extreme conditions, painting the lake's surface in hues of red and orange. Yet, despite its harsh environment, Lake Natron is a cradle of life for one extraordinary species, flamingos. The lake serves as one of the most important breeding grounds for lesser flamingos, whose survival depends on its isolation and saline waters. The flamingos build their nests on islands of salt, safe from predators that cannot withstand the lake's extreme environment. Lake Natron is a paradox, both a place of death and a haven for life. It is a stark reminder of nature's ability to create beauty even in the harshest conditions, and its surreal, almost alien landscape continues to captivate and mystify those who dare to explore its secrets. Whether seen as a cursed lake of legends or a marvel of geology and biology, Lake Natron is a testament to the wonders of our planet. The Moeraki Boulders of New Zealand, stones of myth and mystery. Hidden along the windswept shores of Causeway Beach in New Zealand lies a collection of spherical stones that seem pulled from the pages of a myth. Known as the Moeraki Boulders, these massive, almost perfectly round formations have captivated generations with their unearthly appearance and enigmatic origins. Maori legend tells that these boulders are the remains of food baskets and gourds from the wreck of the great canoe, Araturu. Stranded on the Otago coast, the canoe's cargo washed ashore and turned to stone, leaving behind these strange, timeless relics. To the Maori, the boulders are more than rocks. They are sacred reminders of an ancestral story. Their scientific explanation, though fascinating, feels almost as magical. The boulders are formed from a process called concretion, where minerals slowly accumulated around a central core deep in ancient seabeds. Over millions of years, these formations hardened into their remarkable shapes before being revealed by erosion along the coastline. Cracks, called Subterranean veins, later filled with minerals like calcite, giving the stones their intricate web-like patterns. But the allure of the Moeraki boulders isn't just in their formation. There's an otherworldly quality to their smooth surfaces, their precise symmetry, and their placement along the beach as if arranged by an unseen hand. Standing among them, with waves lapping at their bases and seabirds calling overhead, feels like stepping into a place where nature's artistry and ancient stories intertwine. Whether seen as the petrified remnants of a mythic canoe or masterpieces of geological time, the Moeraki boulders remind us of the enduring mysteries of our planet. Their quiet presence on Causeway Beach is a testament to the stories, both natural and legendary, that Earth whispers to those willing to listen. A galaxy beneath the Earth, the mesmerizing lights of Waitomo. Deep beneath the lush green hills of New Zealand lies a world that feels pulled straight from a dream. The Waitomo Caves, known for their ethereal glow, have mesmerized visitors for generations. Imagine standing in a silent, dark cavern, the air cool and damp, when suddenly, above you, countless points of bluish light emerge, resembling a galaxy of stars. It's no wonder that this subterranean wonderland has inspired countless tales and legends. For the Maori people, the caves are sacred spaces imbued otherworldly light. Others believe the glowing points are tears of celestial beings, trapped beneath the earth after a great battle in the heavens. These stories, passed down through generations, add a layer of mysticism to an already enchanting place. But the truth, while grounded in science, is no less fascinating. The glow comes from tiny creatures known as Arachnocampa luminosa, a species of bioluminescent fungus gnat found only in New Zealand. These glowworms emit light as part of a survival mechanism, luring unsuspecting insects into sticky silk threads they dangle from the cave ceiling. It's a predatory adaptation, but the result is breathtaking. A glowing canopy that turns the dark cave into a natural planetarium. The light itself is created through a chemical reaction in the glowworm's tail, involving luciferin, an enzyme that produces a cold light with no heat. This bioluminescence is incredibly energy efficient, a marvel of evolution that science is still studying to understand. The Waitomo Caves are not just a visual spectacle. They are a journey into Earth's hidden wonders. Formed over 30 million years ago, these limestone caverns were carved by ancient rivers, their walls adorned with stalactites and stalagmites, formed from dripping water rich in minerals. The glowworms are a recent addition to this geological masterpiece, transforming it into a place of unparalleled beauty. Drifting through the caves on a small boat, with only the soft glow above to guide the way, feels like entering a realm untouched by time. The silence is profound, broken only by the gentle drip of water and the occasional whispers of awe from fellow travelers. It's an experience that lingers in your memory long after you've left the underground world. The Waitomo Caves remind us that even in the darkest places, nature has a way of creating light. Whether you see them as the tears of celestial beings, the spirits of warriors, or the ingenious work of tiny glowworms, their beauty is undeniable, a testament to the mysterious and magical world beneath our feet. The desert's voice, unraveling the mystery of the Namib's melodies. Deep within the haunting vastness of the Namib Desert lies a phenomenon as ancient as the sands themselves. Dunes that sing, hum, and whisper in a voice carried by the wind. These mystical sounds have captured the imagination of travelers and locals for centuries, giving rise to a tapestry of legends as vast as the desert. One tale speaks of ancestral spirits dwelling within the dunes, communicating warnings and guidance to those who wander too far. The Sand People, one of the oldest inhabitants of the region, believe the sounds are the whispers of their forebears, cautioning them to respect the desert's delicate balance. Another legend tells of a mighty desert god angered by trespassers, whose booming voice echoes through the sands as a reminder of his power. To those lost in the endless sea of dunes, the sounds are said to guide them back to safety, or deeper into the desert's unforgiving embrace. But the most haunting tale recounts the story of a doomed caravan swallowed by a sandstorm long ago. It is said that the voices heard today are the ghostly remnants of those travelers, forever calling out for help from beneath the shifting sands. As mysterious as these tales may seem, the Namib's whispering dunes have also drawn the attention of scientists, eager to demystify their song. When the winds sweep across the desert, or when sand shifts down the steep slopes of the dunes, the grains vibrate in unison, producing sound waves. This is known as booming sand, and it creates an eerie hum that can carry for miles. The sound is so resonant that it's often compared to a low-flying aircraft or the deep tones of an organ. Not all dunes sing the same tune. The frequency and intensity of the sound depend on the size, shape, and moisture level of the sand grains. In the Namib Desert, the conditions are ideal. Fine, dry sand grains coated in a thin layer of silica allow for this natural symphony to unfold. The shifting motion of sand creates friction, and when billions of grains vibrate together, they amplify each other's sound, creating a phenomenon that feels almost otherworldly. The Namib Desert itself, one of the oldest deserts on Earth, provides the perfect stage for this ethereal performance. Stretching along the Atlantic coast of southern Africa, its dunes are among the tallest and most ancient in the world. It's a place where time seems to stand still, and the earth itself whispers secrets of the past. As the winds rise and fall, carrying the melodies of the sands, visitors often pause, captivated by the desert's voice. Is it simply nature's song, or are the legends true? In the Namib Desert, where reality and myth intertwine, the answer may forever remain hidden within the whispers of the dunes. The fairy pools of Scotland, waters of magic and myth. Deep in the heart of the Isle of Skye, where mist curls around rugged hills and the winds whisper ancient secrets, there lies a place of ethereal beauty. The fairy pools. This series of crystal-clear waterfalls and shimmering pools, surrounded by jagged mountains and wild heather, looks like it was conjured straight out of a dream. But these waters are not merely beautiful. They are said to be steeped in magic and mystery, a realm where the veil between the seen and unseen is thinnest. Legend has it that these pools were the bathing places of the fairies, the Sith, magical beings who inhabit the hidden corners of Scotland's wild landscapes. The fairies were known to dance in moonlight and bathe under the stars, their laughter carried by the winds. Some say that if you visit the pools at twilight, when the last light of the sun kisses the water's surface, you might glimpse the faint glow of fairy wings, or hear their soft, melodic singing carried on the breeze. There's a belief, too, that those who dare to touch the icy waters may be granted eternal youth or protection, but only if they enter with pure intent. One tale tells of a young warrior who fell in love with a fairy maiden. Forbidden from being together, they would meet secretly by the pools at night. When their forbidden love was discovered, the maiden was called back to the fairy realm, vanishing forever. Heartbroken, the warrior is said to have spent the rest of his days wandering the pools, hoping for just one glimpse of her again. It's whispered that his sorrow is still felt in the stillness of the waters, which hold a kind of melancholy beauty. As magical as these stories sound, the fairy pools are also a marvel of nature, an incredible testament to time, erosion, and the power of water. Scientifically, the pools are fed by the River Brittle, which flows down from the Black Quillan Mountains. Over millennia, the river has carved its way through the volcanic rock, sculpting waterfalls, deep basins, and narrow channels, creating a natural wonder that seems to shimmer with a light of its own. The vibrant blue-green hues of the water are due to the purity of the stream, reflecting the minerals and light from the surrounding sky. But even this natural explanation feels insufficient when you stand at the edge of the fairy pools, surrounded by the ancient landscape. The water is so clear that it appears otherworldly, revealing smooth stones at the bottom, as though they've been polished by time itself. The pools are deceptively deep, their colors shifting from turquoise to emerald depending on the light. On a calm day, the reflections are so perfect that the boundary between water and sky seems to disappear, making it feel as though you could step into another world entirely. While scientists can explain the origins of the pools, they cannot explain the feeling that washes over visitors who stand there. The place hums with a kind of stillness, as if the land itself is holding its breath, waiting for the fairies to return. Some travelers report an unshakable sense of peace, while others speak of the uncanny feeling that they're being watched by unseen eyes. It's easy to understand why the fairy pools are regarded as sacred by so many. Here, mountains, the lines between legend and reality blur. Perhaps the fairies never left. Perhaps they're still here, hidden in the ripples of the water or perched invisibly on the moss-covered stones. Whether you believe in magic or not, one thing is certain. The fairy pools of Scotland are a place that will haunt your imagination long after you leave. They remind us of a time when the world was filled with wonder, when every stream and stone held a story, and when magic felt as real as the ground beneath our feet. The ghostly glow of Marfa, lights that defy explanation. Deep in the Texas desert, near the quiet town of Marfa, strange lights dance on the horizon, glowing orbs that flicker, float, and vanish into the night. Known as the Marfa Lights, these ghostly glimmers have puzzled and captivated travelers for over a century. The Apache believed these lights were the spirits of fallen warriors, their souls wandering the land, glowing like eternal flames. Later, cowboys spoke of ghostly lanterns carried by miners who perished searching for riches, while others claimed the lights belonged to lost travelers, forever haunting the desert. The legends grew, painting the lights as both beautiful and eerie, unpredictable beacons that could appear and disappear without warning. Visitors describe the Marfa Lights as glowing orbs of red, white, or blue, hovering just above the ground, moving unnaturally, sometimes splitting apart and rejoining again. Yet, they are elusive. Some travelers wait for days and see nothing, while others are lucky enough to witness the silent, shimmering phenomenon. Science offers explanations. Atmospheric refraction, a bending of light caused by the meeting of warm desert air and cooler air above, can create shimmering illusions like these. Others point to piezoelectric discharges, natural flashes caused by pressure on underground quartz. Still, skeptics argue that these theories fail to explain the light's deliberate movements, their longevity, or why they were seen long before cars and modern technology existed. To this day, the Marfa Lights remain a mystery. On quiet nights, visitors gather at the edge of the desert, hoping for a glimpse of their ghostly glow. When the lights appear, the world seems to pause. Whether a trick of the atmosphere, geological magic, or something more mystical, the Marfa Lights remind us that some mysteries are meant to endure, dancing just beyond the reach of certainty.